Rove is a one-player spatial puzzle game published by Buttonshy Games, illustrated and designed by Dustin Dobson and Milan Zivkovic. In it, you will attempt to arrange your module cards into 7 different patterns before you run out of movement points and special abilities. There are 2 types of cards in Rove: module cards and mission/movement cards. The mission/movement cards have a mission side, which show a pattern for the module to attempt, and a movement side, which have 2 numbers indicating potential movement when that card is spent. The module cards represent your rover module. There are 2 sides: active and spent. Each module card can use the special ability printed on it one time throughout the course of the game. To set up the game, shuffle the 6 module cards and lay them in a 2x3 grid on the table, all with the active, star-shaped side face up. The game is played on an imaginary grid that the cards adhere to throughout the course of play. Then, shuffle the remaining cards and place them in a deck, mission side up. Place the top card, mission side up, next to the play area. This is your first objective. Draw cards based on your selected difficulty. 5 cards for normal, 4 cards for hard, and 3 for impossible. Anytime a card is in your hand, ignore the mission side. You will only need their movement side. Your maximum hand size is always 5 cards. In order to move your module cards to complete missions, you'll need movement points. To gain movement points, discard cards from your hand. You will notice there is a pattern and 2 numbers on each movement card. If your module cards are currently in the shape of a pattern shown on a movement card you're spending, you gain the higher amount of movement points on that card. Choose a movement card, gain that many movement points, then spend those points before using any other movement cards. Each movement point allows you to move a module card. Each card moves in a specific way. A line with an arrow icon indicates that the card may move as many spaces as you'd like in that particular direction for a single movement point. A line with a hexagon at the end of it indicates that that module can move 1 space in the indicated direction for 1 movement point. An arrow with a diamond on the line means that the module may move in the indicated direction as many spaces as you'd like, but must pass over at least 1 other module card. A horizontal line with a vertical line at the end of it means that the module can move 1 space, but if there's another card in its path, that card, and subsequently any others down the line, are pushed 1 space in the same direction. In addition, each module card has a special ability. These can be used at any time, but each card can only be used once. When you complete the ability mentioned on the text of the card, flip it from the active side to the spent side, so you know that that ability may not be used again for the course of the game. Module cards, when allowed by their movement type, may pass over other module cards, but they may not occupy the same space at the end of a turn. Also, all module cards must be connected in one continuous group at the end of the turn. If all cards are connected in an adjacent connection, then you're fine. Adjacent in this game being directly next to, above, below, or diagonally touching. If you spend a movement card and you've not completed the mission pattern, play another card, forming a discard pile with the used movement cards. If you completed the active mission pattern, take the top card from your mission deck and place it mission side up on top of the completed card. This is your next mission. If you ever have fewer than 5 cards at the end of a mission, draw 1 more. Once you complete a mission card, the movement card that you used is no longer valid, meaning you can't use leftover movement points for one mission card to carry over to the next turn. If the mission movement deck is ever empty, take the discard pile, shuffle it, and create a new mission movement deck. If you complete a 7th mission, you win. But if you end your turn with no more movement cards or unused special abilities before completing a 7th mission, you lose. If you have the Fascinating Flora expansion, you can add any amount of the 6 additional mission movement cards to the deck. These cards will allow you to refresh module abilities if you match the pattern on their face. They also offer new mission objectives. The additional endurance variant is also included. This is the same as the base version, except you're trying to complete as many missions as possible with a starting hand of 5 cards. Your title at the end of the game depends on how many missions you complete.